Can I be real or is it boring? To give you a peace of mind, cause mine is so enormous. We past the norm, Norman, while you're conforming. Like comforting mattresses.
What up, though? It's that nigga, my man. We about to react to this, just short by, my nigga Malcolm X, man. Malik El Shabazz, man. We about to see what he got to say in this. Before we get into it, like, subscribe, and share. So we hit that 100K today. Let's see what the brother got to say.
The white man pays Reverend Martin Luther King, subsidizes Reverend Martin Luther King, so that Reverend Martin Luther King can continue to teach the Negroes to be defenseless. That's what you mean by nonviolence. Be defenseless. Be defenseless in the face of one of the most cruel.
That's why they got a holiday behind Martin Luther King. And that's not to bash Martin Luther King, because he did make a change, you know what I'm saying? But, like, his change was insane, you really think about it. A motherfucker going out there, getting their ass whooped, protesting like that. Like, and white people want that shit again. That's why they gave him a holiday. They ain't give this nigga a holiday where we beat their motherfucking asses for the bullshit that they do. That's why the Carmelo Anthony thing is a big case, because it make you really look at it like, okay, is he supposed to defend himself? You know what I'm saying? That's what the justice system is trying to teach us. Like, oh, you don't defend yourself, just send it. No, defend yourself. Hey, you might get 35, but hey, at least you're alive at the end of the day.
Just so you know,
wait, hold on. My bad, y'all. I ain't mean to do that.
Defenseless. That's what you mean by nonviolence. Be defenseless. Be defenseless in the face of one of the most cruel beasts that has ever taken the people into captivity. That's this American white man.
Yeah.
But the goal of Dr. King is full equality and full rights of citizenship for Negroes.
The goal of Dr. Martin Luther King is to give Negroes a chance to sit in a segregated restaurant beside the same white man who has brutalized them for 400 years. The goal of Dr. Martin Luther King is to get Negroes to forgive the people who have brutalized them for 400 years by lulling them to sleep and making them forgetting what those whites have done to them. But the masses of black people in America today don't go for what Martin Luther King is putting down. As you said in one of your articles, it's psychologically insecure or something of that sort. I forget how you put it. But you didn't endorse what Martin Luther King was doing yourself.
I do not reject his goals of full integration and full equality rights for American citizens. Do you reject these
If you don't think that he's walking on the right road, I'm quite sure you don't agree that he'll get to the right place.
This clip comes from a 1963 television special called The Negro in the American Promise. They got Malcolm X, MLK, and James Baldwin in the same program, interviewed separately by psychologist Dr. Kenneth Clark. When Clark sat down with Malcolm, he asked him directly what he thought of King's nonviolent approach. Malcolm didn't bite his tongue. When Clark sat down with King, he put Malcolm's words right to him and asked for a response.
Malcolm X has said of your movement and your philosophy that it plays into the hands of the white oppressors, that they are happy to hear you talk about love for the oppressor because this disarms the Negro and fits into the stereotype of the Negro as they need turning the other cheek of the creature. Would you care to comment?
There's a great deal of difference between non-resistance to evil and non-violent resistance. Non-resistance leaves you in a state of stagnant passivity and deadened complacency, wherein non-violent resistance means that you do resist in a very strong and determined manner. And I think some of the criticisms
I can get what he's saying, strong, determined, but you're still getting your ass whooped. You're going inside of these establishments that don't want you there, and you're actually still putting money in their pocket. So, I mean, later in his life, he did figure it out, and that's what they took him out for, but let's listen.
of nonviolence, or some of the critics fail to realize that we are talking about something very strong, and they confuse non-resistance with nonviolent resistance.
The white man pays.
But it's nonviolence. It's still nonviolence. Like, you gotta be resistant. So I mean, I agree obviously with Malcolm X on this, but I do fuck with Martin Luther King, but in the same sense, let me see, non-violence. Let me see what else they got on here. The power of unity. And hey, I was just talking about this in a separate video where I was, talking about how all this racism that's going on in the society, as far as the Cyrus Carmack, the Austin Metcalf getting stabbed. It's several other things that I can think of, but it ain't coming to mind right now because we trying to get to the point of this video. Actually Asian boycott, that too. Like, we're becoming unified with all of them doing this, and we're seeing, like, even the people that didn't believe it before are seeing this shit play out. Like, oh shit, these motherfuckers really do hate us, and we're actually becoming unified. So I hate the racism, but I like that we're becoming unified with this. So the power of the unity. So let's check this video out.
These front seats were occupied and
for Rosa Parks, one of Detroit's own. Let me read this real quick. In this rare archival clip from the Eyes on the Prize, Rosa Parks recounts the moment that sparked one of the most powerful displays of unity in American history. She wasn't the first to defy segregation on Montgomery buses, but her arrest became the catalyst. Hear directly from the woman who organized it. How Joanne Robinson and the Women's Political Council mobilized 35,000 leaflets overnight. How Black Montgomery came together in less than 48 hours, and how a single day of empty buses proved that a unified community could do. One night of preparation, one day of action, a movement that changed the nation. Okay, let's go.
These front seats were occupied and left one man, a white man, standing. And at this point, the driver asked us to stand up and let him have those seats. And when none of us moved at his first words, he said, "Y'all make it light on yourselves and let me have those seats." And when the policeman approached me, one of them spoke and asked me if the driver had asked me to stand. I said, yes. He said, "Why don't you stand up?" I said, "I don't think I should have to stand up." And I asked him, I said, "Why do you push us around?" He said, "I do not know, but the law is a law and you're under arrest."
This was not the first time a black person had defied the bus segregation in Montgomery. It was not Mrs. Parks' first time. It was her first arrest.
Yeah, I say fellow Detroit. I don't know. Rosa Parks from Detroit. I know she died here, but
Edie Nixon went to the police station to bail her out.
I said, "Miss Parks, I said, with your permission, we can break down segregation on the bus with your case." I said, I'm convinced that we can do it. And I said, if I wasn't convinced, I wouldn't bother about it. She asked her mother what she thought about it. She said, "I'll go along with Miss Nixon." I asked her husband. He said, "I'll support it." So that's fine.
Edie Nixon and other black leaders called for a one-day bus boycott. In some cities, it would have been impossible to organize 40,000 people in 2 days. But Black Montgomery had a core of activists in the women's political.
And that's what makes this Asian boycott so amazing, because they called us out like, "Hey, look, y'all motherfuckers need it." Okay. And we ain't been going. Like, I ain't been going anyways, but I'm proud of the ones that been going that ain't been going. Fuck it. And they only did this shit just a few for a day, and they realized how effective it was. Like, fuck it, this is what we can do.
Council.
We got power.
And they distributed these boycott notices all over the city.
I called every person who was in every school and every place where we had planned to be at that, have somebody at that school or wherever it was at a certain time, that I would be there with materials for them to disseminate. I didn't go to bed that night. I cut those stencils. I ran off 35,000 copies.
But the bus passed right down in front of my house, and I got up to see it, and several buses passed.
God rest their soul, cause I'm sure, this old, they was older in this video, so, I know for sure Rosa Parks passed away, and that older dude that was talking earlier, he sounded like he was on his way. Not taking shit lightly, but it's great to hear it.
I was late for work because I was trying to see how many buses was empty, and they were totally empty.
The one-day boycott was a success.
So she still went to go catch the bus.
That night, a mobilized black community turned out for a meeting at the Holt Street Baptist Church and voted unanimously to continue the boycott.
One day...
They don't want us organized like that no more. We can't even be in groups, period. Like, we get organized like that where we be like, hey, yo, we about to boycott this shit. Like, but now it's more like we connected through this social media shit. So we can be more effective on boycotting against shit. Like, hey, fuck that shit, nigga. We ain't about to buy none of this shit. We ain't buying none of that. Hey, bro.
Your children or your
bro. Who did?
Children are going to have questions about your family that you may not be able to answer. But why let that...
Oh, my bad, y'all.
One day, your children or your children's children are going to have questions about your family that you may not be able to answer. But why let that happen when you can start documenting everything now? With our Roots Preserved Self-Guided Family Journal, it is the perfect journal for you to give to your mother, your grandmother, great-grandmother, great-aunt, great-uncle, or anybody in your family.
Okay, so this is a promotion for whatever they're selling, but man, go check this page out, man. Like, subscribe, and share. Stay peaceful, productive, and positive. It's that nigga Mom, and much love.
Can I be real or is it boring? To give you a peace of mind, cause mine is so enormous. Way past the norm, Norman, while you're conforming. Like comforting mattresses that comfort them with torment snoring. Like you in your own home with a home phone. I'm on like E.T., got a phone home past the moon. It's not a movie, I'm about to fly past it soon. Spiritually, I roam alone. Physically, I'm eating off